ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति।
हेयं गीता नाम सहस्रम् हेयं श्रीपतिरूपमजस्रम् हेयं सज्जनसङ्गे चित्तम् हेयं दीनजनाय च वित्तम् सुखतः क्रियते रामा भोगः पश्चादन्त शरीरे रोगः यद्यपि लोके मरणं शरणं तदपि न मुञ्चति पापाचरणम् अर्थमनर्थं भावय नित्यं नास्ति ततः सुखलेश सत्यम् पुत्रादपि धनभाजां प्रीतिः सर्वत्रैषा विहिता रीतिः प्राणायामं प्रत्याहारं नित्यविवेकविचारम् जाप्यसमेतसमाधिविधानं पूर्ववधानं महदवधानम् गुरुचरणाम्बुजनिर्भरभक्तः संसारात् भवमुक्तः सेन्द्रियमानसनियमादेवं द्रक्ष्यसि निजहृदयस्थं देवम्
Clarification. Nidhidhyasanam, the context first. Nidhidhyasanam is thought replacement and negative in nature. It's a discipline for the brain inclined to realize moksha. Thoughts go from aham sharira to aham jiva to I am atma brahma. Knowledge is neti, negating by character. Ananya Chinta is where you know how to use the head and heart combined. Your mind moves between dry logic and heart that is singing, dancing, and feeling. Singing and dancing without understanding is an intoxication. Thinking, understanding without feeling is like a desert, clean but nothing will grow in it. Blessed is the one who dances with an understanding. All this is what I said. What are all the questions in this? The more I hear about Ananya Chinta, the more confused I get about the subject. How do we get the head and heart in confluence? What is the discipline to get Ananya Chinta? What is the discipline to get Ananya Chinta? It is not that we don't have emotions. வெங்கட் இது ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா இதுக்கு போகாதா? அது கேலரி வியூக்கு போகாதா? எவ்ரி டைம் ஐ எம் சேஞ்சிங் இட்.
கேலரி வியூ கிளிக் பண்ணலாம். வியூல வந்து கேலரி வியூ ஆப்ஷன்.
ஓகே, ரைட். ஸோ அனன்ய சிந்தா. A human being can never say, I don't have feelings. You can say, I am not having towards a particular, but you can never ever say, I don't have feelings. Now, there is no feelings going towards divine. That's all it is. Again, I repeat, no human being can say, I don't have feelings. You have feelings towards your father and mother? No. You have feelings towards the country. You have feelings towards your partner, your friend. You have feelings. Now, that intense feeling is not going towards divine. That's what we are discussing. That intensity of feeling that should go towards divine is not going. Or the only way it goes, when, if at all the intense feeling goes towards divine, it lacks consistency. It lacks strength. It lacks power. Why? Because it's not backed by an understanding. So if you have feeling, you will refuse to understand. If you understand, you will say, I have not feeling. So what will you do? God, I will understand, sir. Towards world, I'll have feelings. This is how we live life. God, we will understand. Feelings and all will go towards the world. Whatever I'm attached to, wherever I'm involved, all my feelings will go there. But understanding will be happening with reference to God. Ananya Chinta means you have understood and you also have a feeling. Ananya Chinta comes when you understand it as vital. That's all. Ananya Chinta will come only when it is important to you. When it is so vital to you, Ananya Chinta will come. When it is not that important to you, Ananya Chinta will not come. There are people who say, Ananya Chinta, sir, about money. I cannot not stop thinking about money. I cannot not stop thinking about money. They say it. What is making them have that Ananya Chinta? What is that Ananya Chinta? Where is it coming from? Because they have understood it as so important. They know it is so vital. They know that it is so important. Without it, it's a struggle. With it, it's going to be blessedness. Therefore, Ananya Chinta. So wherever you have this Ananya Chinta, you understand it as vital. Now, God is not that vital in life yet. God has not yet replaced that. Brahman has not yet replaced that. Now, all that we are trying to do is to make God the vital, the important. So if you have to make God the vital, the important, what all you are thinking as the vital should be understood as useless. Now, you can't have lot of important things in your life. God is also important. Wealth is also important. Family is also important. Apartment is also important. Yeah, everything is important. God is also, there are two groups, either this group or one. Either world as entirety in it or divine as in one. You cannot have both. So Ananya Chinta means that constant, Ananya Chinta means that constant thinking. Because you understand how vital and how important it is. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Mudamate. You are doing bhaja about something. You are only trying to replace the object towards which you are having bhaja. You cannot come and say, I'm not doing bhajati at all towards anything, sir. You cannot say that. You are doing it already about something. What we are trying to do is to replace it. Something you are constantly thinking about, take it out and replace it. Okay. Ananya Chinta about the divine, about the God means both should be understood. Both is needed. The confluence of head and heart. It's a practice. It's a very, very difficult practice. Confluence will not come easily. They will be separate. Them being separate is more natural. But to bring a confluence is very, very difficult. So at times you will be very intellectual. At times you will be very very emotional. When you are emotional, you will regret. When you are intellectual, you will regret what you did emotionally. Yeah. At times you regret because that intellect has when you are intellectual, you will regret about what you did emotionally. When you are emotional, you will regret what you did intellectually. Either way, there's no clarity. Therefore, Anancinta is the confluence, which is what we said. That's where you find this a book like a text like Bhaja Govindam is a combination of both. It's logic and also intense feeling. How can you have both? How can a human being have both? It is easy to understand a human being having one, but not equally both. It comes through a lot of practices. Ananya Chinta it is. Bahiranga sadhana, Antaranga sadhana, and all comes for what? To bring about this confluence. Next question. What does it mean? What does it mean by singing and dancing with an understanding? What does it mean by singing and dancing with an understanding? How many people control my screen? Except me, everybody's controlling. Soumitra. I'm not, I don't know what's happening on my screen. Still, what is that singing and dancing with understanding? Understanding explains the importance of it. Feeling makes the emotions flow towards it. Understanding means you know how vital, how important it is. That is understanding. Feelings means your emotions flow towards that. For emotion to flow towards that, wherever your emotions are flowing towards, what has made that your emotions are flowing towards that? For emotions to flow, karma, upasana is important. Karma, bhakti is important. Then only emotion will flow. Shravana, Manana will bring about an understanding. Shravana, Manana is the understanding. Karma and upasana makes the emotion to flow. Karma upasana means doing acts of service. Then emotions flow. Doing an act of service. I have understood service is very important, sir, and not do anything at all. No emotion will flow. I have understood service is very important. I have understood that I should be patriotic. But nothing, will it ever happen like that? It means you have not yet understood rightly. But then feelings will not naturally flow. For feelings to flow, karma, upasana, karma, bhakti is very important. For emotion to flow, I said karma and upasana is important. How does karma upasana makes it flow, makes the emotion flow? You have an object of identification. To that object of identification, you are constantly thinking about what to do, what to do, what to do. You have an object of identification. It can be an object, it can be a person, doesn't matter. but you have an object or a person of identification. Next, what happens? You are constantly thinking, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? You have an identity. The object of identification is your children, let us say. Having gotten the children as object of identification, all your thinking is constantly flowing towards what? Children. When you say that thoughts are constantly flowing towards children, in what way the thoughts are flowing? In what way it is flowing? Thinking in terms of what to do, what not to do, knowing what to do, knowing what not to do, and also motivating to get up and do. 11:30 in the night, the mother will be asleep, and the daughter says, I want, what the mother does. What the mother does. Oh, what amazing it is. Amazing. She will get up. She will get up. Amit, I know your mother does it. You will simply sit and ask. And she does, no? Correct? That's all. He's not a 20-year-old child. He's a 60-year-old man. Not 60. I just exaggerating it. That is Ananya. That is Ananya Chinta. That Ananya Chinta is either you anticipate and keep it ready, or sometimes whenever the demand is there, there is no laziness that will bring you back. Again, I repeat. There is no laziness that will tell you, I am tired, I can't do it now. It will not happen. Are you able to follow? Same mother is the wife also. Same mother is the wife also. And the husband says, I want some water. Bottle is there, tap is there. Yeah. There is the bottle, there is the tap. Don't you have? Kaal illa. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying when the identification is there, look at the energy that goes into it. That's the point. When the identification is there, look at the energy that goes into it. That's why psychologically also, when somebody is sick, we'll always want to leave a female attendant, not a male attendant. Male attendant, they also has to be taken care of now. Yeah. Why? Because it's very different. Are you able to follow? So, what is singing, dancing means? That energy that you can bring in. Singing and dancing, don't take it literal singing and dancing. Yeah. I can neither sing, I can never dance. Even if I start humming also, people around me will say, shut up. Yeah. I know that I myself know that it is apaswaram. No. So I neither sing, I neither sing, nor do I. Now, what is singing and dancing means? That intense energy that you can bring in. That intense energy that you can bring in. Identification. The man can bring that intense energy into the work because that's what he has identified with. So he can bring it, that intense energy into. Therefore, wherever there is identification, there is intense energy. And identification will bring about the, and how do you develop that identification? By constantly doing, constantly thinking, doing, thinking, doing, thinking. You follow? That's how Ananya Chinta happens, singing and dancing with understanding. I also said, blessed are those who can do. Blessed are those who can do both. Otherwise, your personality is split into two. Otherwise, your personality is split into. But sir, I'm a very intellectual oriented person, sir. Therefore, this feelings and all doesn't. I said, okay. Oh, you are so intellectual oriented a person. Your child met with an accident. Intellect will tell you one human being in the planet met with an accident. What is the problem? What is your feelings telling you? So you are not. It means you are not intellectual. With reference to God, you have not yet done that kind of actions for feelings to come. That's all. Are you able to follow? I'm a very. There are people, especially in this Vedanta thing, so many people tell me, sir, this way. I know I like Vedanta only because it's so logical and bhakti and all. You know that's also emotional. I don't belong to that category. I said, very good. Narayana, God will help you. In my head, I think God alone has to protect you, because who can protect you? God alone has to protect you. And if they continue to keep repeating it, elastic limit, I lose patience. Yeah. And when I lose patience, I say something which is very irritating. So I asked that person, oh, you are so, said, you are an intellectual, very good. Fantastic. Your property is burnt completely. You are back to square one. You are intellectual, no, understand it rightly, no affectation, no, no affectation. It means what? You have, it means you are only saying my emotions are not flowing here. You can't say I'm an intellectual, therefore I don't have emotion at all. Are you able to follow? Emotions are there all the time because a human being is a combination of these two. Therefore, both has to be attended to, both has to be synchronized. We will make use of all the available faculties. What are the available faculties that you have? Body is the one faculty, emotion is one faculty, intellect is another faculty, the body, the mind, intellect. We make use of all the three available faculties. So this is called, you are dancing, singing, means that you have that intense energy, and that intense energy is unshakable. Understanding makes the energy unwavering. Otherwise it can waver. How it can waver? One or two things not going your way is enough to upset your entire level. Last week, one of the person was asking me about the, what is it? Divorce, and then second marriage, third marriage, fourth marriage, first time. Nowadays, if people say marriage, you should ask how number 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to ask. That many is happening now. So that man came and said, I'm going to get married. I said, okay. Again, do you have any conditions for your marriage? I asked. Yes, sir, I have. I have only one condition. I have only one condition. I say, you put 100 conditions, what difference does it make? 1 or 100? I have only one condition, sir. I said, okay, pa, what is that condition? I want loyalty. I want loyalty. You want loyalty? Or you are telling that the other person must be loyal to you? Yes, sir. Very good. Why are you not saying anything? Because this marriage is also going to break, I said. Very soon, this marriage also will break. The third marriage also will break. Fourth marriage also will break. Because he's saying loyalty. You continuously serve out of understanding that person will be unshakable in emotion. Are you able to follow? If not, it will be shaky. When it is shaky, this is what will, when it is shaky, emotions will go elsewhere. And when emotions go elsewhere, we have to understand it as natural. I said, it's okay, but loyalty, respect, love, அதெல்லாம் கெஞ்ச கூடாது, I said. Don't beg for loyalty. Don't go beg for love. Don't go beg for loyalty. Don't go beg for this. Affection, you should not beg. You should uh, you should command it. Yeah. The way that you live life, it will come. I said, you put loyalty as a condition. That day you'll get married, you will start suspecting and doubting. Are you able to follow? Because if you put that as a condition, straight away what will start? Doubting will start. Yeah, suspicion will start, doubt will start. What is the opposite of it? What is the opposite of it? Understanding. What is understanding? In this relationship, my duty is to serve. My duty is to serve. And service must be shown in action. That service must be shown in action automatically. You don't even have to worry about of the other. Are you able to follow? Without understanding, emotions will be there for a short period of time and it will change. It is understanding that will make the emotion flow in a direction. Because by itself, emotion will go all over the place. Are you able to follow? It's natural for emotion to go all over the place. Because the nature of emotion is flowing. Nature of emotion is changing. When it is flowing, changing, it will go elsewhere. We are not calling it as wrong. We are not calling it as sinful. Are you able to follow? It is natural to go. There's nothing wrong about it. It will go. Understanding brings the direction to that flow. What is that understanding? Now that I have been served, now that I have been a recipient, a beneficiary, I will serve in return. Able to follow? Then there is a beautiful, this is what is meant by understanding and emotion. If it is only emotion without an understanding, it will get distracted. Not only it will get distracted, it will make mistakes. It will make mistakes. Not only it will make mistakes, it will blame the other for the mistake. This is where the actual problem. Not only it will make mistake, it will blame the other for the mistake. Are you able to follow the sequence? Blaming the other for the mistake is preparing to repeat it again. They have said it any number of times. Blaming the other for your mistake is a preparation to repeat it again. Yeah, we'll go on making mistakes. And then we regret. We make a mistake, regret, pain. Make a mistake, regret, pain. Suti. What understanding? Where is the confluence here? You follow now what is thinking? Emotion without understanding will not have the direction will not be set. So understanding will make the emotion flow in a direction. And when the emotion is flowing in a direction, there is lot of energy. When emotions flows in a direction, there is lot of energy. When thoughts flow in a direction, we say energy. No, thought means what here? Not the logical thinking. Thought means that emotion. The thought means of that flow. The emotion, when the emotion is made to flow in a direction, there is tremendous energy. You follow? Most of the time we have this problem. What is the problem? Either we have one and not the other. Selectively. Remember that. Selectively. In some areas, I will selectively be intellectual. In some areas, I will selectively be emotional. Yeah. What is spiritual growth means? Both are together. Therefore, wherever you go, whatsoever you do, in you there will be this combination. Yeah, wherever you go, whatsoever you do, in you there will be this combination. What is the combination? The confluence. And that person who has this confluence is what we call as a spiritually developed person. Next one. At what stage Shravana, Manana, and Nidhidhyasana do we get into Nidhidhyasana? What is the indication we are ready to move beyond Shravana and Manana? Is it when we don't have any more questions? Again, at what stage in Shravana, Manana, Nidhidhyasana do we get into Nidhidhyasana? What is the indication we are ready to move beyond Shravana and Manana? Is it when we don't have any more questions? Answer. Nidhidhyasana is not your choice. Karma, Bhakti, Shravana, Manana is your choice. Nidhidhyasana, the Guru will come and tell you, do it. Nidhidhyasanam is not your choice. You don't do Nidhidhyasana. You do Shravana, Manana, Karma, Bhakti. That's what you are supposed to do. Are you able to understand the difference? From today onwards, I have decided to do Nidhidhyasana. No, you don't decide that. Your job is to study and write the exam. Teacher must tell you whether you have passed or not, isn't it? You can't say, I am passed. Yeah. You can't say, I have passed the examination. Yeah. You will give the question paper. You will give the answer. You will correct and you will pass. Huh? How does it work? Are you able to follow? So how do you know that you are ready for Nidhidhyasana? Nidhidhyasana is not your choice. Nidhidhyasana is what you are. Nidhidhyasana, you will be told, start doing it. That's why sannyasa, nididhyasana, all the higher practices is called diksha. You will be initiated into it. Nididhyasana is a diksha. Sannyasa is a diksha. All the higher grades, all the highest level of spiritual practices is initiated. You will be initiated into it. You will be told, start doing it. Are you able to follow? So at what stage you know you are ready for Nidhidhyasana? The Guru will come and tell you, do it. Are you able to follow? Amit. It's not your choice. You don't choose. You cannot choose to do Nidhidhyasana. You can choose to do Shravana, Manana, Karma, Bhakti. That you can do. You continuously keep doing that. You will be guided into, just as you are guided into Karma, Bhakti, Shravana, Manana now somebody is telling you, do this, do this, do this. Somebody else will come and tell you, do that also. That's why Nidhidhyasana, wait. Wait because wait means doing Karma, Bhakti, Shravana, Manana, wait. Wait doesn't mean I wind up everything and go back. Wait means what? Karma, Bhakti, Shravana, Manana, do. Nidhidhyasana will happen. No. No. You will be, because you need guidance there also. Somebody is taking the responsibility of guiding you into Nidhidhyasana. If somebody is taking up the responsibility of guiding you into Nidhidhyasana, that person must be convinced that you are qualified. So wait it out. Follow? Any other questions? In Nidhidhyasana, we do a thought transference from Aham Sharira to Aham Jiva to I am Atma Brahma. Aham Sharira is simple logic. Aham Jiva, we have to understand by what the Shastras describe. Rebirth, law of karma, etc. Question. When is the understanding of Aham Jiva? Are we ready to do thought transfer to I am Atma Brahma? How do we practice this discipline? The understanding of Aham Sharira, the understanding of Aham Sharira is Pratyaksha Pramanam. Aham Sharira is Pratyaksha Pramanam. Aham Jiva is inferential Pramanam. I am Atma Brahma is purely Shastra. Again, I repeat. Aham Sharira is, can see it, Pratyaksha Pramanam based. Aham Jiva is predominantly inference based. You can infer that you are the Jiva based on the logic and reason and the observation. Therefore, Aham Jiva, Aham Sharira is purely Pratyaksha. Aham Jiva again is Anumana Pramanam aided by the data from the Shastra. That there is this rebirth, there is this law of karma, all that can be explained, all that can be understood. So there is an inferential conclusion. I am Atma Brahma is purely, there is no Pratyaksha Pramanam that is going to help here. There is no Anumana Pramanam and all that's going to help here. I am Atma Brahma purely comes from the Shraddha. In Pratyaksha Pramanam, Shraddha is not required. In Anumana Pramanam, Shraddha is required temporarily till you understand. Correct? Pratyaksha Pramanam, Shraddha is not at all required. Anumana Pramanam, Shraddha is required till you make an understanding. Till you have inferred rightly, Shraddha is required. After having inferred rightly, no more Shraddha there. Shraddha goes out. Are you able to follow? When it comes to I am Atma Brahma, Pratyaksha Pramanam doesn't work. Inferences and other Pramanams don't work. And only one thing that works. What? Shastram. And that is purely Shraddha based. For that to come, that Aham Sharira and Aham Jiva must be thoroughly investigated, analyzed. The thorough analysis and investigation of Aham Sharira, Aham Jiva will bring about a Shraddha in the practice of I am Atma Brahma. That's why the Sharira and Jiva is discussed from so many angles. There is a Vedic anatomy, there is a Vedic physiology, there is a Vedic psychology. Yeah. Vedic anatomy, Golayas, organs. Vedic physiology, pranas, indriyas. Vedas, mind and intellect, gross body, subtle body, causal body. All these analysis is done so that you thoroughly understand it. The fact that you have thoroughly understood it will reveal that there is nothing in it. Then Shraddha comes in the Shastra as to I am Atma Brahma. Before convincing about I am Atma Brahma, remember that. Before the Nidhidhyasana practice, a very understanding alone is not required. Just that Aham Sharira, Aham Jiva analysis, you go on doing. Along with this understanding, one more thing is also needed. Vishwarupa Darshana. That Aham Sharira, Aham Jiva, continuous study and analysis, plus Vishwarupa Darshana. Both will give Shraddha in I am Atma Brahma. Able to follow? Both are needed. Now, generally, we do only one and avoid the other. We think, if I continuously keep doing that Aham Sharira, Aham Jiva, analysis, I will drop it. One day it will drop and I will go. Where will you go? Because when you stop the analysis, you come out of the analytical mode, you are in contact with the world. And how do you see the world? And that world is capable of frustrating you. You do the Aham Sharira, Aham Jiva analysis, come out and contact the world. The very first to contact with the world has the capability of taking all your, world has the power to wipe out everything. 1.5 hours, 1.5 hours. Blow the lungs out and talk and talk and talk and talk and give the wisdom and everything. One thing has the power to wipe the knowledge. It means that one should not disturb the knowledge. You have knowledge and the other should not disturb it. Now, how the other will not disturb it? Vishwarupa Darshana. Rendum mannu. Then it makes sense. You follow? That's how you transfer. That's how there is a growth. Aham Sharira, Aham Jiva analysis, study, etc. And also, you see the world as Vishwarupa. What happens? The knowledge that you have gained, there is no contradictory factor from the world that can disturb you. Because there is no factor that can disturb you, you are all right. Any other question? The path is Shravana, Manana, Nidhidhyasana. Shravana means hearing the Shastra. Do the Shastras only come to life when the Guru explains them, or reading Shastra is also part of Shravana? Answer. Shastra comes to life. Shastra comes to life only when the Guru explains it. Otherwise, you will not, without the Guru explaining, the Shastra will not reveal itself to you. The book will be there, the word will be there, the language will be known, but Shastras cannot reveal itself without the Guru. Therefore, reading under the guidance is Shravana. Reading under the guidance of the Guru is called. That's why in Vedas, in Vedanta, we don't believe in this self-management. Buy a book and I can do it by myself. Self-help. Self-help is the best help, no. Self-help, how can it be the best? Therefore, Shastras reveal itself only under the Guru. It is done under the Guru. Because the Guru knows the context. What is the meaning of the word? Not only the Guru knows the Shastras, the Guru knows you also. Then only Shastras becomes meaningful. The Guru must know the Shastra, the Guru must know you, and the Guru must know oneself. Guru na mood terino. The Guru must know oneself, the Guru must know the Shastra, and the Guru must know you also. In these three, even if one is missing, to that extent, your Shravana will be limited. Therefore, three things are important. The Guru. So, is it studying by yourself or under the teacher? Under the teacher. Clear? Next one. I heard there is no Shravana Manana in Bhagavad Gita. There is only Parayana. Please explain the above statement. In Parayana, we read out loud the Shastras. Will reading out the Shastra loud also make one grow? Answer. All scriptures in the beginning, you must do Parayana. Parayana means A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. That's called Parayana. And then 2-3 alphabets will get together and you will form a word. And then the group of words will form a sentence, paragraph, book. That's how it grows. Learning always starts with Parayana first. That's why in the tradition, when you are, so Parayana will be initiated not at 40. 40 la onnum panna mudiyadhu. You cannot initiate a person into anything at 40. So Parayana will be initiated at the age of 6, 8, chanting. They say chant the shlokas. By heart the shlokas, chant. By heart, chant. So that you know. First thing is you should know. And how long you should know? Like Parayana is, okay, do you by heart the mathematics tables first or understand the mathematics tables first? Amit. No, sir. I don't like this mechanical memorizing, rote learning and all. I don't like. I only understand. It means you didn't go to school only. Or you have forgotten what you have done. Mathematics tables, do you understand or do you by heart? Is there anybody here who has gone to school? Okay. Nobody is answering. Aparna. By heart, no? That's called Parayana. By heart. Memorize, simply memorize. You will not understand. And when you miss anything, you will go from the beginning. That's Parayana. That is how learning starts. That's how learning starts. Over a period of time, you understand. Yeah, and then you understand. 3 in the mind, 3 in the mind, 3 in the finger. Slight Manana is introduced there. First by heart, 3 into 3. Then we will figure out where to keep the first 3, where to keep the second 3. First, you should have those 2, 3 in your head first. So first by heart, Parayana it is called. Then comes the logic and the reason. You don't start with logic and reason. You start with logic and reason, you cannot understand anything. 2. In Parayana, there is an affinity already. When you do Parayana, there is an affinity already. Some feeling goes into it because you have put some effort into that. No. Because you have done some, because you have put some effort into that, it goes. So there is an affinity and then there is logic and reason, everything. Therefore, the starting point of Shravana is not discourses. The starting point of Shravana is simple memorizing by heart. Parayana it is. Parayana it is. The very first teaching in the Vedas will start with Taittiriya. Because of the Shaka that which we are coming from here in this part, predominantly we will start with Taittiriya. Taittiriya Samhita, Taittiriya Upanishad. All we have to study straight away. Study, memorize by heart. Ask the teacher, what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? For the next 1 week, your eyes will be like this. You ask what is the meaning, for the next 1 week, your eyes will go like this. Now, what has happened? One tight slap on the face. You want to know the meaning. Buddhila varte nikala. The word is not even staying in the buddhi as yet. Even the word has not entered into the buddhi, and you want the meaning of it. That is child abuse, sir. That's not the proper way of teaching. That is called abuse of power. Children, I don't know. That's not how it works. Parayana first. Parayana means you should. Why do we chant? Again, even here, 5 verses, why are we chanting? We want people to hear. Develop an affinity first. By heart it. By heart it. Memorize it. Memorize it. When you are memorizing, it's part of you. It's easy for logic and reason to evolve. If you don't memorize it, It will be like newspaper. You will not sit and memorize newspaper. No. You just read it, close it. Yeah. Maths teacher used to tell me, maths எல்லாம் newspaper மாதிரி படிக்கக்கூடாது. போட்டுன்னு திருப்பி same. Every day you can't go for new. Same newspaper you can't sit for every day. No. Every day you need fresh newspaper. Breaking news we need. Old news who needs? Yeah. But understanding is not like that. You have to sit with it and go over it again and again and again. So there is parayana, meaning memorizing by you have the body, mind, intellect. There is the body, there is mind, there is intellect. Group discussion, we will know how much people have memorized. Yeah, you sit in that group discussion, you will know the memorization. And if the memory has done rightly, very happy. That's the first level. That's the first level of learning that's happening rightly. It's not to be ridiculed. It's not to be criticized, condemned. The first level of learning is happening rightly. At least learn to repeat the words first. At least learn to repeat the words first. Memorize it. That's called parayana. Then comes logic and reason. So Shastras has both parayana and logic and reason, all combined, put together. You follow? You may not be singing it in the tune. Yeah, you may not sing it in the tune. The Shruti and all may go. First of all, we may not even understand what is Shruti. Shruti ko singing ko inna sar connection. Yeah, yeah. Till date, I don't understand the connection between Shruti and singing. No, it's not like that. You don't have to be a musician, but parayana is important. Shravana is important. Bhagavad Gita Kinchidadita Ganga Jalalava Kanika Pita. Bhagavad Gita Kinchidadita. Every day do little bit of Parayanam. That's where the question is. I know that. Antaranga Bahiranga Sadhana it is. Parayana. Listen to it. Repeat it. Say it. Say it loud. Say it loud. When you are alone, not when people are around. Yeah. When you are alone or when you are driving. Supposing if there is a driver driving, just stay quiet. Because don't torture the driver. So if you torture the driver, you will not come back safely. Yeah, so just say it loud. That's where satsanga means the group who wants to say it loud will get together. That's called satsang. That's why the group who wants to be together will always get together. That's why we have the chanting group, the bhajan group, all that everywhere. It's all happening for parayanam, for the purpose of parayanam only. Can't I do it by myself? Theoretically, you can do it by yourself, but at some point in time, you can also do it with the group first. Do it with the group first, and then you do it individually. Verse number 28. Yes.
I have a question. So, is it correct to say that understanding comes first and then emotional refinement follows, and only then the true confluence of the intellectual understanding and emotional refinement takes place? And is that how the stages are?
The question is, does understanding come first? Out of the understanding, emotional refinement happens. And later confluence happens. So 3 stages. It's not 3 stages. The first 2 are simultaneous practices. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. It is not stage 1, stage 3. It is simultaneous practice. Karma and bhakti is a simultaneous practice. Are you able to follow? So refinement of emotion and Shravana Manana is simultaneous practice. So you do both together, confluence happens by itself. So it is not first understanding, then, so what she is saying is first refinement, then understanding, then. Are you able to follow? That's what you said.
I said first understand.
Yeah. And then refinement. And then?
So because why I said that is because it appears that refinement is taking a lot of time because you are doing karma.
Correct.
And you have to do a lot of karma, then you have to develop affinity, and then some logic and understanding gets evolved. After that, emotion slightly gets purified. So the purification of emotion is taking a lot of time to happen, whereas that intellectual understanding appears to be happening immediately.
Yeah, the question is emotional purification, Vishwarupa Darshana seems to take a very long time, but intellectual understanding happens faster. No, intellectual understanding didn't happen. It was told to you in the way that it is simple, that you are able to appreciate it. It is told in a simple way that you are able to appreciate it instead of complicating it. Actually, it's a very wrong method of teaching. Simplified teaching should not be done because it will make it so easy. That which is easy will appear difficult. What is it? Refinement of emotion is easier. Refinement of emotion is easier. Clarity is difficult. But then we experience exactly the opposite. We say, no, clarity is easy. Refinement alone is difficult. Yeah, no, it's not that way. It's the other way around. It looks difficult because for you to understand, somebody has done the work and you are spoon fed. It's like a baby food. Logic and reasoning is like baby food. You are not asked to sit and arrive at it by yourself. Everything is arrived and given to you. Therefore, it just goes inside. Looks easy. No. It's not easy. It appears to be so. And you should not fall for that appearance. It's not only her problem. This is a common problem that all students of Vedanta face. They say, they keep on saying, understanding as in spite of understanding, sir. In spite of understanding, sir. In spite of understanding, sir. Ram Subramaniam. In spite of understanding, sir, you have not understood. Full stop. Then what happened? It is taught so well. Yeah. See, math is such a complicated subject, no? There are some teachers who can make math look so easy, so easy. How can a subject, no? Are you able to follow? Now, you are simply reaping the benefit of someone's hard work. Are you able to follow? Now, emotional refinement requires tapas from your side. Supposing if you have to do tapas for arriving at it by yourself and emotional refinement, if that choice is both is left to you, you will say intellectual arrive and done. I am not interested in that. I don't, because it is Monday pitching. Nothing is clear. Everything is so. Nothing is black and white. Everything is gray. We really don't know anything. Therefore, emotional refinement will look very easy then. All that is needed is what? Karma bhakti, no? Bhaja, I'll keep doing it. Understanding appears to be easy. Why? Not because of you have an intellect that you have understood it. We are all grateful because it is the Guru's kripa. The grace of the Guru it is. Yeah. His tapas is translated as understanding, making it simpler for us. It is the Guru's effort that is making the understanding easier for us. But clarity will not come. Are you able to follow? Therefore, emotional refinement and understanding must go together. Must go together. Confluence as a result of the simultaneous practice, not sequential practice. As a result of the simultaneous practice, confluence happens. The mistake that people make is invariably they will do one and not the other. The biggest problem nowadays is everybody is emotional, but thinking they are all highly intellectual. I tell you. In the 8 billion, if you find 8 intellectuals, you are blessed. All are emotional only. I'm making a blanket statement. Soumitra, all are emotional only. We are using intelligence for a livelihood. That doesn't make us intellectual. Because we are making use of intelligence for a livelihood, we all have assumed that we are all intellectuals. No, we are still emotional only. How do you say that we are still emotional only? Intellectual, na vairagyam irukonu. Are you able to follow? Detachment and vairagya is intellect. Affectation is emotion. Worry and anxiety is emotion. I am an intellectual, but full of worry and anxiety, sir. Healthy person, but diseases a lot. Sir, basically, I am a very healthy person, sir, but full of diseases. I have what to do. Na? You are very confused about yourself. Either you are diseased or you are healthy. You can say, I want to be healthy. You can say, that's different. Able to follow? இன்னைக்கு கிளாஸுக்கு Shravana, Manana, Nidhidhyasana title கொடுங்க. Yeah. What all I never wanted to talk about these things, I am talking today. Okay. You follow? There is always this. A human being is emotional unless tapas is done, that person cannot become intellect. Yeah, some people are intelligent, some people are not that intelligent, not intellectual. One. Number two, intelligence differs in areas. That's all. All are intelligent. So in that way, can we say all are intellectual? All are intelligent. In their area, they are intelligent. Only when you compare it in another area, they may not be. Like my mom may not be intelligent in something else, but when it comes to her things, she is very intelligent. Everybody has their own intelligences in that way. Using that, they manage their living. But are they intellectuals? What is an intellect? Because we are coming and sitting in a classroom like this and listening and discussing, do we become intellectuals? Do we become intellectuals? No. What do we mean by an intellect here? Where the emotions and actions are so well directed all the time. Emotions and actions are directed all the time. Then that is intellect. Are you able to follow? In the first stage, dharma will act as an external intellect. Carefully follow now. In the first stage of spiritual growth, dharma will act as an external intellect. The law. The law is an external intellect, telling you what to do, what not to do, the consequences, the beneficial, the benefits, the privileges, all that the law tells you, no? So the law acts as an external intellect first. Dharma. Either the dharma or the guru, intellect happens externally first. We are in the process of trying to develop it. In order to develop it, there has to be a refinement of emotion. What is refinement of emotion? Simultaneously, you have to work on that also. What is refinement of emotion means? That is bhakti. All the practices of bhakti yoga, what we saw as antaranga bhakti and bahiranga bhakti. Antaranga karma, bahiranga karma. We are going to When we go to Antaranga, we will discuss Antaranga Bhakti and we will discuss Antaranga Karma. All that we are going to study there. When we go there, we will make the chart of the two. In that Antaranga Bhakti is where you can sit with your eyes closed. And when you sit with your eyes closed, what are you seeing with the closed eye? The Devata should be there. Devata, you close your eyes, you are falling off to sleep. That is not able to follow. So Antaranga Bhakti, Bahiranga Bhakti, Antaranga Karma, Bahiranga Karma, all that needs to be done. So instead of complicating with all this, we'll say Bahiranga is karma, Antaranga is attitude. Instead of complicating it, we will say, are you able to follow? Bahiranga equals external karma. External, not external karma. External, which is karma. So Bahiranga is karma, Antaranga is attitude. Antaranga means the attitude with which it is done. Bahiranga means actually you do it. Now, do I develop action first or attitude first? I always said this, action first. Action first. Do I develop action or attitude? Logically speaking, attitude must flow into action. But life tells us very differently. Life teaches us very differently. How does life teaches us very differently? It is always action that comes first. Because if you start understanding look at the mother, look at some family member and start cooking. Is it a better way of cooking or joining a 3-year course on cooking and coming back and cooking? Where do you learn faster, better? Somebody does, you are able to follow? Any game, you will play first. The logic and all that will be told to you later. First you play first. First, so does action come first or attitude come first? Logically, it looks like attitude, but realistically, it is action. It is always action that comes first. It is always action that comes first. Action will develop an affinity so that attitude can be developed. Action will develop an affinity. You have been chanting Gayatri mantra for a long period of time. The meaning of Gayatri will be meaningful. Supposing you know the meaning of Gayatri first, you can never chant it after that. So I know the meaning of Gayatri. Oh, intellect has to be developed, sir. Very good. And then what am I doing? Doing everything that the intellect is not at all developed. Isn't it? Might as well learn to chant first and then develop an affinity and then. Are you able to follow? You learn to worship Ganesha first, the Murti first, and then the symbolism. Yeah. Salute the flag first, develop an affinity to the flag, then patriotism. Yeah. Are you able to follow? Therefore, the first thing in every act, in everything is action first. Attitude comes later. You follow?
You were saying that the karma is the first external intellect, then after that?
By following dharma, and then the dharma tells you, do Shravana, Manana, Karma, Bhakti, you develop your own intellect. So first you need external intellect, and then you develop your own intellect. You cannot directly develop it without an external support. So first always, the first help comes from the external factor.
memorizing the law and then the law becomes yours. Is it like that you are saying?
Memorize the law, obey the law, try to follow the law. In order to follow the law, you should memorize it first. You cannot have reminders. And then you will forget where the reminder is. Yeah. So first of all, you should memorize it. And then having memorized, it will be available to you when you needed it the most at that time. And then it becomes part of you. Then it becomes part of you. Therefore, first is external intellect. Intellect comes as an external support, and then it becomes an internal, then it becomes your own. Then it becomes your own. Wherever understanding appears very easy, remember, you have not done any effort. Remember, you have not done any effort. Hey, Cerelac, baby food, no, it is called. You don't, the child need not do anything. Everything is done already. All that the child has to do is what? Yeah. Swallow pannu, avladhan. It is, everything is done. But then you can't keep doing that all the time. You need it. First stage in life, because you can't do it by yourself, it has to be done and done. And then over a period of time, you need to do it by yourself. And the fact that it has been given to you so simply, the fact it has been given to you in such a simple form, makes you to think you have already understood it. Therefore, the question, in spite of knowing everything, in spite of understanding, நிறைய லெக்சர் கேட்டிருக்கிறோம், நிறைய படிச்சிருக்கிறோம், in spite of knowing, in spite of understanding. Why? The same anger, the same jealousy, the same envy, the same fear. That girl, small girl, she asked me, sir, I am your student, small girl. I said, yeah, you are my student. Next question. But do I deserve to be your student? I said, yes, you deserve. What is your problem? No, 3 days back, I felt very envious. 3 days back, I felt very. So, 3 days he's thinking, now what? 8 வயசு குழந்தை 10 வயசு குழந்தை ஒன்றும் பெரிய not 50, 60-year-old child. Yes, he's saying, I don't, because I'm, how can I still be envious? I said, don't worry, you will be envious only. I will be, well, emotions will continue. Emotions will continue. Emotions will continue means it's not that we are a slave to it. We need to give ourselves the proper time to gather strength. You need to give yourself the time to gather strength. Because it is made simple. Why it is made simple? Because language is known to you first. Somebody has, if something is simple, it is language is known. Supposing 85% of the discourse, if I give it in Sanskrit, can give. Again, 85% of the discourse, if it is given in Sanskrit, what will happen? Nothing will be understood. So dictionary, yeah, you have to sit with the dictionary. Then dictionary is not helpful. ChatGPT and ChatGPT doesn't understand Sanskrit anyway. You ask one, it gives another meaning, and then it says, this is what I know. Yeah. I can only give answers what I am fed. Then I said, okay, but there are these books. No, I don't have access to. Then what are you doing? Yes, these books are there. No, why can't you read those books? No, I don't have access to those books. Then what do you have access to? Newspapers. Okay. So you study, you come to conclusions based on newspaper. So they make it simple. They make it so simple. When the father taught Shvetaketu, Tattvamasi Shvetaketu, he thought how simple I have made it. And he has made it so simple, Tattvamasi. And then when Krishna taught Arjuna Bhagavad Gita, he thought how simple it is. How simple it is. Bhaja Govindam. Shankaracharya would have never thought that somebody will give 70 discourses on Bhaja Govindam. He would have never thought, how can it be? How complicated subject? It is such a simple subject, 30 verses. 15 classes is understandable. Yeah, 30 verses, 120 classes are. Definitely it's not Bhaja Govindam they have read. Something else they have. Something else. How simple they have made. How simple they have made. So it is made so, it's made so simple. Made so simple. They made it so simple so that we don't get disillusioned at the first layer. At the first layer itself, if they complicate it, we will run away from it. So in order to make the first layer comfortable, they make it simple. But then if you, because they have made it simple, doesn't mean it's yours. It's still not yours. It's still not yours. How do you know that it's still not yours? Because the same affectations are continuing. Because the same affectations are continuing, it means it's still not yours. Then when it will become yours? Then when it will become yours? Very soon it will become yours, he says, Bhagavad Gita. Very soon it will become. What is it very soon? We don't know. Very soon can be Bahunam Janmanam also. Very soon can be Bahunam Janmanam also. But then the very fact is what? Now that you are entered into that layer, now that you are entered into the zone itself, you are safe. Very soon it will change. Now you have just come into the, network of the divine itself. Zone na Ram Subramanian class கிடையாது. இந்த கிளாஸ்னால பெரிய பிரயோஜனம் எல்லாம் கிடையாது. Associating with the that associating with the divine. Very soon it will happen. Are you able to follow? Refinement of emotion means clarity on when to use what emotion. Refinement of emotion doesn't mean you will not have anger at all. You will know how to use anger, when to use anger. That is refinement. I want to say this last before I conclude. Yeah. 25 questions will come. Yeah, that's why all the things we say last, so that confusion will continue. Yeah. Refinement of emotion means, refinement doesn't mean you will not get angry at all. Refinement means you will know when to get angry. That's the refinement. I'm become a spiritual person, sir. I have stopped getting angry at all because I'm a spiritual person. Oh, you stopped getting angry at all? அது tamasic state குள்ள போயாச்சுன்னு அர்த்தம். Isn't it? You have gone deep into tamas, it means. So you should get angry. It means you know when to get angry. You know when to get angry. You know when not to get angry. Yeah. See, have you ever observed with this example? Have you ever observed leaders will get irritated with small things, but crisis they will be very happy. You know that? Pen not in the place will irritate them so much. Something which is so inconsequential will irritate them so much. But then crisis they will be sitting and they will be unaffected. We'll think, no, you are handling such a big problem. Pen not in the place, pencil not in the place. Why are you getting so affected by it? Have you ever observed that? Yeah, that's how it works. So refinement of emotion means you know when to, you know when to get angry, when not to get angry. You know, should you feel envious or not? You know that. Transcending the emotion means transcending all the instruments together. Remember, you cannot transcend instrument by instrument. Either all the three instruments are aligned and then you transcend. You cannot transcend the body first and then come to the mind, and then transcend the mind and then come to the intellect and then transcend. No, all the instruments together will be there. So transcending means I transcend all the three together. Refinement means all the three getting refined together. Are you able to follow? Intellect is also getting refined. What to do, what not to do. Dharma will always look like, yeah. That is refinement of intellect. What is refinement of intellect? Dharma and adharma, clarity. What is confused intellect? Adharma will look like tamasic intellect. Adharma will look like dharma, and dharma will look like adharma. Rajasic, confused intellect. Yeah. Stubborn, confused, clarity. Clear. Are you able to follow? Therefore, transcending doesn't go instrument by instrument. All the three refined together. All the three gets refined together, and then you transcend all the three at once. First, I have transcended the body, then I transcend my mind, then I transcend my intellect, then I should transcend Atman also, sir. Yeah. It is done. We will be one by one, we don't transcend. Group. Yeah, it's a group. Yeah. In the group, we just transcend the entire group, we transcend. Just as the toy. You transcend the entire toy world, you transcend. You don't transcend toy by toy. You transcend the entire toy world, isn't it? Similarly, you transcend the entire instruments. Two practices are needed for that. Antaranga sadhana and Bahiranga sadhana. And we have said Antaranga means internal, attitude. Bahiranga means action. And both must be together. Both must be together. When I do the action, I look at the action. The sincerity, dedication, and the conscientiousness with which I do the action shows my attitude. So I look at my attitude and then I say, what am I doing? So that's how I use both. I use action to look into my attitude. I use attitude to look into my action. Are you able to follow? Don't worry. Shravana, Manana, Nidhidhyasana, this is more confusing. I look into action and use the attitude. So I use the attitude to look into the action. That's how both support each other. We'll continue next week.